Hello, crypto traders and investors. Some of you might be opening this week and seeing quite a bit of a red in crypto. BTC at 2.5% down, Ether 3.5% down, BNB over 4%. Dogecoin, Elon Musk's favorite, is at 7.5 points down. That is probably the biggest of the list, although Shiba is also nearing 7%, as you can see. And the expectation is that we will be dancing around 100K, and basically market makers will be liquidating both bulls and bears around the 100K. And I'm looking here at a few levels that you may want to consider looking at as well. So let's start. Right now, we're at 99, 185 on the Bitcoin futures. Make sure that you're looking at the same stuff as I am. And we have this area, this yellow area, uh, between roughly 97,750 to 98,850. This would be the first bounce area that I would be looking at, with the 97,375 being just under it. Because if we don't hold that area, then we're looking at some important naked levels from the POC point of control. And actually, this one is the value area low. So, value area is where approximately 68 to 79 to 70% of the session's value activity has traded on. So, a place where there's an agreement between buyers and sellers. So that's the very key level to look at, the 95,400 to 96,000. If the previous doesn't hold, and I'm looking also at 94,550. And if you can see this purple line, it's a VWAP, and that's basically should be bouncing there if it gets there. So we can see this very nice bounce. And here with a question mark, that would be a very good lead to look at, and that's around the 94,000. Okay, so if you notice, basically, if you're looking at this range, starting from here, okay, we could be we could be in this range for quite some time. Where would the bears get confidence to push faster on the gas pedal? Is if we break down, cross down the 91,500 just below the 26th November value area low. Okay, so if it drops over here, then there's going to be some stop orders triggering off. And if you see two consecutive daily candles closing below the bottom of that range, then we have to look at other levels to look at. So I know some of you are saying, okay, what does it mean to do? Do I go along here? Do I go along here? You won't get an answer from me on that, but these are all leads to look at. Rather than, for example, right now there is no long or short, in my opinion. Okay, if you're about to go long, then I would be waiting for that area of the 97,750 as a first point. Okay, so that's one orientation with a stop that is not far from the 97,375. So that's one orientation, right? Now, if that doesn't break, if that my stop went long there and my stop triggered, then I would be looking at getting in as a second lead at the 95,400 or 95,500. And again, I'm looking at the futures. Um, and again, the stop should be tight. Okay. The third junction is the VWAP at around 94,000. Okay. And of course, we can have a piercing of that, but that VWAP should be instrumental and getting further information about where Bitcoin wants to go. Okay. And again, the stop should be tight because otherwise, the next level to look at if we're going to do an extreme shakeout, not extreme, but a significant one, then I would be looking at the 91,000 around 750. Okay. Now, if I'm going long, where do I exit? You got to watch out for the POC of December 5th at 104,500 and the value area high of December 5th, very close to that at 104,790. Okay, because most likely, if we go something like this and get to it in this area, since it's only a second, sort of second, maybe third touch point on that top of the range, most likely it finds sellers again, even temporarily. Even if it later goes up on the next touch point, more of a chance that you're going to find sellers than a sustained breakout up above from that range. Okay, so I don't think that long term Bitcoin is looking bearish by no means, but do notice this range, okay, and expect some movement in that range. And do remember the internal key levels to look at. You really want to see is price reaction around those levels. And if you're betting and anticipating a rebound around these levels, then work with a tight stop and make sure your stop is oriented to the next cluster of key levels that I mentioned here, in my opinion. Do trade Bitcoin at your own risk only and visit Forex Live for additional perspectives. And thank you.